And to our next conversation, as Nigeria accelerates its digital transformation, a new regulatory requirement is set to reshape the country's technology and financial services landscape. Beginning January 1st, 2027, all payment transaction data generated within Nigeria must be stored and managed locally, marking a significant shift in the nation's approach to data governance and digital sovereignty. Supporters say the move could strengthen cybersecurity, improve regulatory oversight, and unlock fresh investment in data centers and cloud infrastructure. But critics, however, warn that compliance costs could rise. Joining us for this conversation now, we have Dr. Krishnan Ranganath, who's the Chief Executive Officer UniCloudAfrica, and he joins me right here in the studio. It's great to have you in the show, sir. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. So yes, the CBN has been busy recently, and looking at this new circular, coming out, and we have 1st of January 2027, for most of these financial services companies to localize data gotten from, Nigeria. Talk to me about this one. Is this about sovereignty, data sovereignty? Is it about, what is this about?
I mean, of course it is about the data sovereignty, correct? Because at the end of the day, it is our data which need to reside within the country borders as per regulation. And of course, it also helps us having a better understanding of what's happening in the country. That is number one. Number two, it also improves a lot of other measures, like the cybersecurity aspects can be improved by doing this kind of movement into, rather localization, yeah.
All right, so before now or right now, that means most of the data for bank customers here, for some of these fintechs, most of our data is stored abroad. Or how does that work?
No, if you look at, there are two or three ways of looking at it. One, of course, all the primary banks, the tier 1 banks, majority of them still operate through data centers, so which is hosted locally. So they are more or less away from this whole new framework, what the CBN is coming up. Fintechs, the tier 3 banks or the new generation banks, of course, they may go through this data migration process, which is supposed to be completed by January next year. So that need to be, pushed into action rather. Okay, we have come up with the regulation last week, so it's an action-packed time for everybody to make it work.
All right, so what are the risks here? Looking at Nigeria, do we have enough data centers to, keep all of this data, localized for, some of these financial services, customers? Could we have issues, come January 1st, 2027?
No, I don't think so, because we have decent enough data center capacities available in the country. Couple of decent enough of international players, regional players are operating at the highest standards of tier 3, which gives you 99.996 availability per year. And every cloud provider also operate multiple locations, primary and secondary. So risk-wise, it is very minimum. That's what I could say from the industry perspective.
So, because it seems like is this enough time? January 1st, 2027, make sure all of the data, all of the, financial services customers, their data stays here. Is this enough time?
It's like,
and how much investment would it require? Because there's also the talk about increasing costs for most of these, fintech companies.
Cost may not increase. Honestly, cost may not increase. That is first. I can say that much, cost may not increase. But, there's a saying, when there's a will, there's a way. If that is the regulator wants, if we need to make it happen, let's work towards it. That's what it is. Okay, there's a deadline. We understand it. Everybody understands it now. It is written, correct? It is written, stamped. We know the deadline. Instead of going around it, let's make sure that, we work towards it to make it work. Okay, then maybe we can say 80% of the data is moved, 80% of the companies are falling under this regulation, we are signed off, 20% is remaining, we need an excess time. Then the companies can go back to CBN and request for an extension, potentially, correct? So that is possible, but without starting the project, we can't say that is that enough or not.
So we start the process first, then we understand what we're dealing with.
Exactly.
Yeah, when it comes to localizing all of that data. Fantastic. We'll definitely keep tracking this one, and it's an ongoing conversation. Thank you so much. I'm Dr. Krishnan Ranganath, Chief Executive Officer of UniCloudAfrica. Thank you so much for coming up to us this morning. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot.
All right. We'll take a quick moment now. When we come back, we look for cues when it comes to investments in the country. What next? That's in a moment. Just stay with us.